Hi. Well, you've decided that you want to learn on a steel string acoustic guitar. I'm going to give you the very basic things that you need to look for when you're purchasing your first guitar. So the first thing would be the size of the guitar, and that's very much going to depend on the size that you are, whether you're a child, teenager, adult. There are various different sizes from parlour, small-bodied folk, dreadnought, western style like this one, and jumbo. So you need to get the size of the guitar that's right for you, something that sits comfortable on your lap, it's not too big to put your arm over. Very important, that's the first thing. Also playability, how well the guitar plays. Now you look for things like the action of the guitar. Now by the term action we're talking about the distance between the string and the fretboard of the guitar. If that distance is too high, it's going to be very hard for you to press down the string to sound the notes and chords that you need to. It's also going to make your fingers quite sore as well. So you need a good, reasonably low playing action. Very important. Intonation. Now by intonation I mean how well the guitar plays in tune with itself. I'm not talking about tone here, that's a completely separate thing. But intonation, we're talking about whether the raw notes are actually in tune. Very, very important. If a guitar is not made accurately, you'll find that one chord will sound in tune but the next one won't. And that can be very frustrating when you're putting all the effort into learning how to play the guitar. You find that some of the chords you're playing sound sour, and it's no fault of your own. So intonation is a very important thing. Other things to look out for is the structure of the guitar. That is, if there's any bumps, cracks, hairline cracks that could open up over time, and also the smoothness of the top of the guitar. If it's wavy or peaks and valleys in it, it could mean that structurally it's not sound. Particularly behind the bridge, if you feel a lump behind the bridge, this could mean that the strings and the bridge are putting upward pressure and making that top move. So you definitely want a smooth and flat top. Other things to look for are glue marks, just traces of the guitar not being very well finished or maybe a little bit too cheap. So very important to look out for that and get a structurally sound guitar. Tuners are important. There are the basic worm and cog type tuner that does tend to wear out over time. If you can, die cast tuners are the way to go. They last for a long time and they're very, very smooth to turn. So these are very basic things. As you pay more money and go up the ladder in terms of quality, you'll notice that your options with timbre will change. The very budget level guitars are made with laminated wood material, which has kind of an ordinary tone about it. Still okay to learn on, but as you pay more you get into the solid timbers, and that's where you really start getting a nice acoustic tone. And of course the sky's the limit from there on. But the very best thing for you to do is buy your guitar through a music store, a specialist music store that understand these things that I've just mentioned and that will look after you. Avoid buying through a shop that sells lawn mowers and tennis rackets. They're not going to understand even what they're selling to you. And also avoid buying from websites. Sometimes things can be almost suspiciously cheap, and you end up with a guitar that's not really an instrument, frets in the wrong spot, doesn't play in tune. It will really put you off playing guitar, struggling with something like that. Avoid that. Make a connection with a local music store. Those guys will sort you out, look after you, help you maintain your instrument so it always plays well for you, and give you the best advice. So there you go, there's just the very basics to begin with. Good luck.